You're about to hear something that should make anyone question what's really happening inside this trial. A witness is taken to a building, not a police station, not a formal interrogation room. A place with renovations, a swimming pool, children playing. And inside that setting, a statement is already written for him, not taken from him, written for him. When he pushes back on a simple detail, where he worked, suddenly the story changes. We'll rewrite it. Rewrite it. For who? Then he's taken to George Baloyi's office. 5 minutes. That's all it takes. Because what was expected wasn't truth. It was alignment. He didn't give them what they wanted. And just like that, he's sent back out. But someone else walks in. 30 minutes inside. Then suddenly, let's go. No explanation. No follow-up. And later, a phone call. 5,000 rands. To make fingerprints disappear from the system. So now the question is not just about one statement. It's bigger than that. If statements can be rewritten, if details can be adjusted, if money can make records vanish, then what exactly are we watching in this courtroom? This doesn't look like justice, but something else entirely. Let's get into the clip.
How long thereafter were you contacted?
Kwaba semuva kwesikhathi esingakanani ilanga leli lidlulile uma ucontact futhi noma ufonelwa.
Emangasakhumbuli kahle kwesankantolo kodwa abasemuva mhlawumbe ko 2 weeks 3 weeks.
Although I can't remember that well, my lord, but maybe after 2 or 3 weeks.
Take it from there then, Mr. Zondo. Elaborate without me asking you too many questions. Take it from there, step by step. What happened? Who called you? Where were you taken? And all of that.
Ngicela ukusho ke ngaphandle kokuthi mina ke ngikubuza imibuzo eminingi ke ukuthi nje ngokulandelelana ke ukuthi ubani wakufonela kwasekwenzekani kwenzekani.
Kosenkantolo engicela ukungidlulisa ngizokubeka kulena nje emva kwale kokuboshwa kwami abe sengilahlekelwa umsebenzi.
My lord, may I just request to convey this, which I'm just going to leave hanging. After this, my lord, I lost my job.
Yes, bese ngizoqhubeka nkosenkantolo ke emva kokufonelwa ke sengibuya kule komba yalapha ePitoli.
Then, my lord, after coming back from the ID parade here in Pretoria, where I was then contacted.
Ngafonelwa umkhari wathi.
So sorry, Mr. Zondo, you just raised a pertinent issue about you losing the job. Why is it important that you should mention that fact here in court?
Kusemqoka ngani lokhu oqeda ukusho ke ukuthi nje ukushiya nje kulenga. Kusemqoka ngani ukuthi ke ukusho la enkantolo ukuthi ke emuva kwalokho wase ulahlekelwa umsebenzi.
Kosenkantolo bengizokufaka ngesikhathi ngeze ngingaphazamiseki emva kokomba movement eyenzeka kwenzakala ini.
My lord, I was going to mention it in time so that I do not get disturbed as to what it is that happened after the ID parade.
Okay, so should we then leave it for last so that we can go through this process of contact with the police officers?
Singakushiya ke sikushiyele egcineni ukuthi nje manje sibheke nje noma sigxileke kulodaba lolu lokuthi amaphoyisa aqhumana nawe emuva kwekhomba leyo. Yes, my lord.
Okay, then you can take it further from when you are then contacted by the police after the identification parade.
Ungasho ke amaphoyisa ke xhumana nawe emuva ke kwayikhomba.
Bangifonela kosenkantolo bathi bazosilanda sifunwa ubaba Baloyi.
So they contacted us, my lord, and said that they were going to fetch us in that Mr. Baloyi wanted to see us.
Mr. Zondo, just to be precise, when you testify about your own personal experience, not us, but Mr. Zondo as the individual.
Ngiyacela ukuthi uma ngabe wethula ufakazi uzwile manje uqeda ukuthi basilanda. Ngicela ke uma ngabe ukhulume ngawe, ukhulume ngento yaziwa uwena, ukhulume ngawe as umnumzana uZondo. Ungakhulumi ngathi.
Ngiyabonga kosenkantolo.
Thank you, my lord.
Bangilanda kosenkantolo bathi ngicelwa ubaba Baloyi.
They fetched me, my lord, and said that Advocate Baloyi or Mr. Baloyi requested to see me.
Yes. Mas befika ngempela bafika bangithatha ngemoto bangiletha kwenye indawo yayila ePitoli iseceleni le ndawo yayirenewa le ndawo ngayibona yayirenewa le ndawo ilungiswa
They fetched me, my lord, brought me to Pretoria, to this place that was more on the outskirts or on the side of Pretoria, my lord, and this place was being renovated.
Le ndawo le yayinendawo engamanzi la kila manzi sokudlala izingane ongamanzi ngathi bathi sa swimming pool anyana lo ndawo leyo.
There was some water there, something that looked like a swimming pool where children would be playing, my lord, in this particular place.
Umnumzane wayelapho kwaku obugininza umama mfundisi.
The people that were there was Gininza, Mamfundisi.
Angisamkhumbulo wesithathu kwakubani ngoba kwakwenzeka sometimes omunye kube umuntu omusha engamazi kulabantu abajwayele ukuzongithatha.
I cannot remember or recall as to who the third person was, my lord, because it would happen that there would be a new member, not someone that would be a regular from the people that would normally come and fetch me.
Now, just for clarification, Mr. Zondo, before you proceed, you said you were fetched by they. Who fetched you from where they fetched you?
Ushilo ukuthi bakulanda, obani laba bakulanda, bekulanda la babeyokuthatha khona. Kwakuobani abayokulanda.
Umuntu angilandayo kwaku uMabhena noGininza.
It was Mabhena.
And ask it noMkhari.
Mukhari.
Mkhari, yes.
It was Mabhena and Mukhari. Says Mukhari.
Yes, Mkhari.
All right, then proceed from where you find these people at that place that you say it was being renovated or something.
Kuleyo ndawo ke senifikile kuleyo ndawo uthi ke yayilungiswa ke.
Yes, mangifika lapha into angitshena uGininza wathi uzongifundela le statement sami.
Upon arrival there, what Gininda told me was that he was going to read out to me my statement.
Uma esifunda statement ngithi mina I know akusimi lo owekhuluma la lento ebhalwe lapha.
When he read out the statement, my lord, I then said to him, no, this was not me. I'm not the one who said this which is being read out here.
Okwenza ngisho njalo kwakunemayini ayibhalwe lapha ukuthi angisebenze kuya Rustenburg. Aze ngisebenze Rustenburg kimi.
What made me to say that, my lord, there was a particular mine that was recorded there where it was alleged or said that I had worked at this particular mine in Rustenburg. I had never worked in Rustenburg.
Suka lapha sethi ke asisilungise uqala phansi ubhala isinye.
From there, he then said, let us correct it. He would start afresh and write another one.
Ngoba le statement isifunwa ubabaloyi.
Because the person who wanted this statement was Mr. Baloyi.
Sasuka lapho ke saqeda ubhala statement wasesilashe emotweni wathi usisa kubabaloyi.
From there, my lord finished writing the statement. He got us into the vehicle and then said to us that he was taking us to Mr. Baloyi.
Mangifika laphana singene kubabaloyi fike ngimbingelele ngihlale phansi.
Upon arrival there, my lord, I went in, greeted Mr. Baloyi, and I sat down.
Avula ibhuku lakhe athi uZondo ithi na yebo nguZondo.
He opened his book, my lord, and then said to me, are you Zondo? I confirmed that I was indeed Zondo.
Angifundele istatement sami.
He read out my statement to me.
Ngimtshela ukuthi cha akusimi lo.
I then told him that no, this is not me.
Ngamtshela futhi ukuthi ngashaywa. Cela ukwazi ukuthi ngishawelani.
I also informed him that I was assaulted. I would like to know as to the reason why I was assaulted.
Wathi babaloyi yindaba ngareportanga.
Mr. Baloyi then said, why did I not report?
Ngathi mina ngireporte kuphi ngoba ngishaya abantu bomthetho.
I then said or asked, where should I have reported? Because I was assaulted by law enforcement agencies.
Kwabonakala ukuthi babaloyi asambi indlela eyi1 wangikhipha ngiqeda ngisho 5 minutes wathi angihlale waiting room ungena ukuthelisa.
It was evident, my lord, that myself and Mr. Baloyi were not singing from the same hymn book. He then excused me. It was not even 5 minutes. He excused me and asked me to go to the waiting room, and then Utelezi was called in. Utelezi?
Yeah.
Utelezi was called in.
Wathi ngicabanga ukuthi waphela u30 minutes bengaphakathi nokuThelisi. waphuma uButhelezi mephuma uButhelezi mathi ngiyasuma ngiyaya athi uButhelezi hayi uthi ubabaluyi asambile.
I think they spent about 30 minutes inside there with Buthelezi, my lord, and thereafter Buthelezi got out. When I stood up to go in, then Buthelezi informed me that no, Mr. Baloyi is saying we should leave.
Kosenkantolo kufika lapha kufanele ukuthi ngize court ngafonela ukuthi ngizoze court engalolanga lelo ngangaya emsebenzini ngalindela ubaba oyibiza ukuthi umkwena mangaqamba imali.
Then, my lord, I was supposed to come to court. I did not go to work on that particular day. I then waited for a gentleman, if I'm not telling lies, called Mukwena.
Kosenkantolo lapha yaphela khona ke uxhumana kwami namaphoyisa ngoba ngalolanga ngilindele ukulandwa kwabe sekuthathwa uNdwandwe noButhelezi.
That is where the contact then ended between myself and the police, my lord, on that day when I waited, because the people that were taken were Ndwandwe and Buthelezi. I was not fetched.
Yes. Enye into enkosenkantolo engifuna ukuyelula uthi ubaba uMkhari ngoba akangifakanga kwisystem weyithupha zami ezimdaka.
My lord, the other thing that I would like to stretch, Mr. Mukhari then said, because he did not place me on the system. Okay.
Should we criminal record?
Which is
under yes.
Okay. He said that he did not put me through the system because of my because of my fingerprints that are, my lord, linked or involved in some criminal activities.
Mengifona lapho wangifuna imali engango 5,000.
When he contacted me there, my lord, he requested an amount of 5,000.
Ngathi mina nginayo lo mali.
I then said, I don't have such an amount.
Sikhuluma nje ufona ngefoni yakhe, fonelana.
Okay.
Wekhuluma efona ngefoni yakhe ngifonela.
He was using his phone contacting me.
Ayikwagcina lapho kosenkantolo.
That's where it ended, my lord.
Okay, Mr. Zondo.
What emerges from this account is not a minor irregularity. It raises serious questions about investigative integrity and prosecutorial conduct. A witness describes being presented with a statement that appears to have been pre-prepared, and when he disputes a material detail, his place of employment, the response is not to verify but to rewrite. If accurate, that is deeply troubling. Statements are meant to reflect a witness's own version, not a version adjusted to meet expectations. The subsequent visit to George Baloyi's office is equally difficult to ignore. The engagement is brief, no substantive follow-up, no recorded effort to reconcile discrepancies. The process appears to end the moment the witness does not align with what is sought. That, at minimum, raises a legitimate concern. Was the objective to test evidence or to secure a particular narrative? The mention of Janinda in relation to the drafting and redrafting of statements adds another layer. Investigators are expected to gather facts, not shape them. If a witness's account is being edited beyond clarification, the line between recording and influencing becomes blurred. Then there is the allegation, which must be treated cautiously, of a payment request linked to fingerprint records. Even as an untested claim, it underscores why procedural transparency matters. Where processes are unclear, confidence erodes quickly. Importantly, this is not happening in isolation. There is already a pattern in this case where individuals initially relied upon by the state have later been treated as unreliable or recast under Section 204 after failing to support the prosecution's version. That history makes any suggestion of pressure or narrative alignment more significant, not less. None of this proves wrongdoing on its own. Courts decide that. But it does justify scrutiny, because the standard is not simply to secure a conviction. It is to do so through evidence that is independently obtained, consistently recorded, and free from undue influence. If witnesses feel that their accounts must be adjusted to be acceptable, then the risk is not just to this case. It is to the credibility of the process itself. And once that credibility is questioned, every piece of evidence that follows is viewed through that same lens. Thank you for watching and being part of this conversation. If you believe in truth, accountability, and justice, hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real breakdowns. Let's keep asking the questions that matter. I'll see you on my next upload. I'm Skybridge. Goodbye.